Excellency, the Chairman, and members of FAC, the reforms that have been taken under your renewed hope agenda, though bold and sometimes unpopular, are rooted in a clear objective to build a competitive economy that attracts, creates jobs and lifts millions out of poverty. In Q2 2025, Nigeria's GDP grew by 4.23%, the highest in a decade outside the COVID rebound. 13 sectors recorded growth above 7%, up from 9 in the previous quarter, showing broad-based resilience. The industrial sector nearly doubled its growth from 3.72% to 7.45%, reflecting rising productivity and investor confidence. Inflation eased to 18% in December, while, as we know, foreign exchange reserves topped 43 billion and our trade surplus topped 7.4 trillion. Clear examples of macroeconomic stability. As the consumer spending basket published earlier this year shows, our citizens now spend maybe about half of their income on basic needs, food, shelter, and clothing. And that's compared with almost 90% previously. This signals a country moving from subsistence towards productivity and indeed affluence. Nigeria's removal from the Financial Action Task Force Grey List, FATF Grey List, marks a major milestone in strengthening our financial integrity and confidence. At the recent World Bank IMF annual meetings, global leaders commended our reforms. Our progress and the revised IMF growth forecast of up to nearly 4% and improved credit ratings. A key takeaway is the urgency to mobilize domestic resources and provide investment to finance infrastructure and, all importantly, job-rich growth. Yesterday's hugely successful 2.35 billion euro bond issuance, in which the order book peaked at over $13 billion, is a testament to continued investor confidence in our country and our reform agenda and Mr. President's leadership, despite the political headwinds which we are all aware of. The market shrugged off those political considerations and focused on the economic fundamentals of Nigeria. Sir, we remain committed to your vision of a 1 trillion naira economy by 2030. But to achieve this, we must accelerate output to 7% per annum growth by 2027, not just as an economic target, but as a moral imperative to end poverty. Critical to attaining this growth trajectory will be attracting a necessary investment into our economy. With public investment at only 5% of GDP, we must urgently develop investment-ready projects across so many sectors that will crowd in large-scale domestic and external capital, direct investment in the economy by Nigerians as well as by foreigners. Ministers overseeing key sectors, for example, infrastructure, mining, education, health, agriculture, blue economy, digital innovation, arts and culture, must work with the subnational governments, the states, to identify and package projects that meet investor expectations. And it is likely under the policy coordination mandate, I'm sure that maybe the volume and the quality of private investment mobilized will become a key metric of the leadership, particularly in those areas. Every naira must be optimized to sustain momentum and amid global liquidity constraints where there is less coming from multilateral institutions. We have to depend on our own resources. The next phase of reforms will remove barriers holding back investors. We will review tariffs and import restrictions to stimulate productivity and investment. A detailed review of the Federation and federal balance sheets is underway to optimize asset management for inclusive growth. We are improving fiscal reporting and budget realism, tightening expenditure frameworks, and ensuring reforms gains are made available to all Nigerians.